Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Canadian National Championships, elevated by ThoughtSpace Athletics. We got round 2 front 9 coverage for you, brought to you by the patrons of Park Pro and by PGA Canada. I'm Andre. I got Casey and Ben in the booth. How you guys doing?
Good. Park Pro.
Very good. Very, very good. Excited to be here.
Yeah, we just had a really good round 1, really tight, and Kalan coming out hot. But round 2, Birch Point Park. What's going on with this course here, Casey?
Probably one of the best park courses I actually have ever played. A little tighter than Dragon Hills.
That's high praise. There's a lot of park
Yeah,
courses
it's
out
a
there.
very, very solid park course.
Okay, first look at Kalan Schat. Young gun. We give him a 7.7. So he gave himself an 89 on the backhand there. Prides himself as a backhand specialist.
Neg 15, man. First round is nasty.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out round 1 coverage feature card, he wasn't on there, but we talked a lot about him because he just absolutely shredded the course.
Austin, another young gun from Winnipeg. Very, very good player.
Sponsored by ThoughtSpace Athletics, who's getting that boost from the tournament sponsor.
Another
This man as
ThoughtSpace
well.
boy. This man, nobody knows who he is.
Nah,
Doesn't have any power at all. Tommy
98
Gilbert.
on the power index. I guess leaving the 99 for AB or what?
I guess so.
Bryan.
Another Winnipeg boy. Bryan
Another
Freese.
guy with a lot of power. Always giving us the turn. I thought he didn't go right.
His turkey belly.
Right on.
Brian's awesome. Such a good guy to have on the card. And really good player. Also out of Winnipeg. Hole 1, it's par 3, 325 feet. You'll notice this course is quite a bit different from Dragon Hills. It's not as much distance. And obviously we're playing in a park. So it is a little bit open on some holes, but there are more trees to contend with, as you can see here on hole 1.
For sure. Yeah, hole 1, good starting hole. It's more technical than it looks. You have to throw kind of a flat to hyzer shot that kind of pushes, and then it has to sit down because it seems the grass here is very skippy, and you'll see a lot of people not putting from the circle.
Wow,
You
look.
see it there. We teased
Just
it in
a
round
wall
1.
of green. So
Should be
there was
way
another
higher rated than
podcast. I was listening to, I think, whatever the Brody Smith Tour Life podcast, the weekend of this event, and it came up about Kalan's round. So there was international recognition of how
Good shot.
bananas that round
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
15 straight birdies.
Yeah.
And honestly, surprising to see it only rated 1072.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You don't see after the first round 6 strokes between first and second very often in a tournament.
Oh, especially on a course like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems like it'd be hard to get that kind of separation.
Austin, maybe a little nerves. Kalan, sorry. Barely any nerves. He's starting out with a really good shot.
How do you think he slept on a 15 down round?
I
Looks
think
like he
he's-
slept just fine.
I think he slept fine. Yeah, he has a good head on his shoulders.
I was going to say, filming him in the second round, it really seemed like he had a really calm, cool, collected for...
What a
and
shot by
that's
Thomas.
a fantastic shot by Thomas.
Yeah.
Kalan, it's just amazing to see that from such a young player.
For sure. Definitely.
Here's Bryan rocking the Vans. Bryan, I don't know if you guys know, burst onto the scene when he showed up to the Whiff Diff Worlds.
Oh,
Wow. Team
That might have
Canada.
skipped in.
And he carried Canada to a world title back in Vancouver. I don't know, it was a long time ago. That was
he
the
was
first record
rookie in
to
the
his
year,
name.
2018?
Same year,
2017?
right? So it's the
Yeah.
same year he carried Canada to a World Whiff Diff Championship and then won PDGA Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Only tester on the card, Austin. A little short.
Here's Kalan's putt.
So,
Wow, that is a smooth stroke.
Keeps
Yesterday,
that birdie streak going.
yeah, 16 in a row.
Never not birdie.
Yeah. So yesterday, it was a little windier on the coverage, and today it's very, very calm.
I don't know if you guys have
I
heard,
think it runs through all the...
but Kalan is still making birdies to this day. That was the last time he took a par for the rest of his life.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Hole 3.
Yeah. We watched Brian tap in his birdie and Austin putting in his par, and obviously Thomas putting in his birdie. Just a little bit more on Brian. If you haven't, if you want to get to know Brian, we do have a little Park Pro profile coming, or that's out on our YouTube channel. So definitely worth checking out. He's such a good guy. Sponsored by Republic, and you can catch him on some of our previous coverage as well.
For sure.
So take another look at Kalan Schat, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like we said,
Very
just
smooth.
really, really executing here at this tournament so far.
So early looks at Kalan, I'd say he does a really good job of getting his momentum on the line. Like you see him trot into his run up and get his hips turned away.
Yeah.
So that it looks when he's throwing like the disc can't go anywhere but down the line.
Yeah.
Hole 2, par 4, 440 feet. First shot, you're going to want to squeeze it through this little gap here. There's a little gap on the left-hand side. Most guys are going to take that gap that the drone flew through. You're going to want to land it somewhere in this field here. And then it's kind of a challenging upshot here with this wall of trees.
Yeah.
A couple different ways that you could approach this. Obviously, park's out of bound, or the path's out of bound, and the road's out of bounds on the left. So.
Yeah, a bit of a poke and pray on the upshot, but if you have a good drive, you line yourself up with one of the main gaps, it's a fairly easy hole because it's so short for a par 4.
A lot of static in the fairway, like little trees.
Yeah. Yeah, this
The
shot
gap off the tee is defined.
It's tight. It's tight though. It looks bigger on camera, and this has got to get back in.
Oh, no way does
quite
that
in
not
there.
get to hyzer.
Yeah.
Great distance, though. Fantastic distance. If that came back in, that would have been a...
Easy 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It must have just lost its spin because the angle it was on, it looked like it might get a flare, but then it just didn't.
So Thomas, we kind of saw this last round. He was kind of a little bit early.
Yeah, anytime there was a gap,
Yeah.
he made that mistake.
Yeah, so it's kind of the same thing. Brian's very, very good at hitting gaps. Very good backhand player. And this
Wow.
looks very good.
Brian's another one of those guys that in person, similar to what we were saying in the last round about Max's forehand,
Yeah.
it's just so smooth.
Yeah.
And when you're standing there,
his
it's
backhand.
honestly breathtaking, like
Yeah.
how smooth his backhand comes
Yeah.
out.
Got to get through.
Wow, that was a good looking shot to get that.
So Austin kind of early released that. He wasn't going for that gap. Everybody's going for the wider gap on the right
I
there.
see. A lot of meat on the bone here for Thomas. Probably playing for par at this point, I would guess.
Yeah.
And a challenging stance there.
For sure. Yeah. And those bushes in front of him, like, it's tight. So I think Thomas was going for that gap off the tee because he was trying to get there for 2.
Oh, the inside to
Yeah.
cut the corner.
Yeah.
Wow. Birch Point. We see the birches in our view here.
So this is actually a really tough shot from where Thomas is. Got to
Sneaks
check.
it
Wow.
Through
Yeah, good
everything. He's
That's well
inside
done.
circle there.
That'll be a very good par if he can make that putt.
So we see Austin trying to recover from his early hit as well.
Come out of it.
It's a tricky shot.
Yeah. Have a putt there, though. Also, one thing to mention is these baskets are the old 24s.
So we
So,
could see some
Couple
spit outs come into play
here.
here.
They're old, so yeah, they're not as nice to putt on as the Prodigy.
This one's got a little lean on it too.
Yeah.
What?
Ooh.
Wow.
Good bid from Brian there.
Man, Brian making this hole look easy.
You're going to see way more pedestrians on this course compared to Dragon Hills. Since we're in a public park.
Old school park golf.
See Kalan, see if he can keep that streak going.
This is for the par,
For
though,
this
right? With
par,
the OB
yeah, the
stroke.
OB.
Oh, right.
Very good putt, though.
Unfortunate.
Cleaning it up.
Well, I guess 16 birdies in a row will have to do.
Yeah. Still counts. There's only 3 shots.
That's a good par save, though. OB.
Yeah.
Taking a par with an OB stroke. That's a pro move.
And I mean, if you look at the leaderboard, he's not losing strokes to Austin and Thomas here. So.
No, also very good putt from Thomas. Good cleanup after the
So
couple tree hits.
Brian's going to snag a stroke, though.
Yep. Yeah, Brian's the closest, so.
So we'll have a 3-way tie at -9.
Mm-hmm. And Kalen's got 7 still.
Ooh.
And that's the danger on these baskets.
As you see,
Because Brian putts so hard as well. He's could
Wagging
get some
his finger.
pullouts.
Wagging his finger at the basket. Don't do that.
Man, Brian's an all-time great card mate.
Yeah. Keeps everything light. He's a really good dude.
Yeah.
Where do you rank him in your top card mates? Is he in the top 100? Just
Top
kidding.
5 for sure.
Everybody's number 1, but Brian's definitely number 1 as well.
Yeah.
Hole 3, it's a par 3, 397 feet. Kind kind of a tight gap to start, but it shouldn't come into play with the talent that we have on this card.
No.
Then you're just kind of up in this open field. This one really is just a distance challenge. See how far out and how close to the basket you can get it.
Yeah, this one it's kind of weird because it doesn't look like the ceiling comes into play, but it's a bit of a low ceiling with the two trees kind of out in the field because they kind of pinch you, and then getting at this basket somewhere to putt is actually very challenging. It doesn't look like much of a challenging hole, but the drive is very specific. So Brian's leaking out a bit to the right here. And he's probably going to have pretty much no putt there because of the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he wants to be aggressive on that putt, he's going to have to put it nose up from a knee and zing it.
Yeah. And looks like early release from Kalan there.
Yeah, that looked like a grip failure because everything leading up looked like it was good.
Yeah. See if Thomas can correct off of them.
Thomas usually pretty good with a low ceiling.
Yeah. Just drives it through.
Wow.
Yeah. Perfect little hold on that. Oh,
That would have been
should
really
be fine
good.
still though. Yeah. He's on the better side. More open on that side to have it.
Definitely a slower disc from him too.
Probably a mid-range, yeah.
Austin starting off par.
Yeah, looking to get on the birdie train. Got to hold that.
That was a little bit, but
Should be in same area as Thomas. Yeah.
still gonna have that tree to compete with. So
Two good shots from the later boys on the card.
This is a
Kalan
Casey
with the-
Hanemayer signature A2 he's slinging, it looks like.
No, I never had the signature A2.
Oh, no.
I had the A3. I think that's the other European guy there. I can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah. Vinyl?
Yeah, Bino Makla.
just watch Brian. Like you mentioned, competing with those trees. Just
Yeah.
had no choice but to
Layup.
lay up.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he gets aggressive there, he's way more likely to leave himself a 35-foot comebacker than he is to make it.
Yeah.
Austin nearly getting his in. Let's see if Thomas can get his.
There
He
you go.
does.
Good putt. Only birdie on the card. I don't think this hole would see many birdies. It's a technical straight shot hole.
When you see it, right, 397,
Yeah.
and we saw him throwing a slower disc.
Yeah. Yeah. So he definitely has the advantage on this hole for sure. He can just power something up and let it float up there straight instead of trying to throw a faster disc.
Yeah, there was a total of 7 birdies. This was playing as one of the harder holes, just based alone, like so many pars and a couple bogeys. So it's playing as the 4th hardest hole. So.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a good putt.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty clean play from the card, I'd say. It's just tough birdie.
Scoreboard check in.
Yeah, take a look here. Through 3, minus 16, Kalan. Joe's making a little bit of a push here. Minus 4 through 5. Thomas Gilbert tied there. And then we got Brian, Casey, Austin all at minus 9. And then Max, Eric, Andrew, and Austin Bates at minus 8. If you haven't checked out round 1, definitely go check that out. It's definitely worth it. See how these guys got here.
Definitely.
Kalan wasn't there. This would be stacked
It'd be
up.
tight, yeah.
It makes his separation all that more impressive when
It
you
is
see
very, very
how much
impressive.
clustered up everyone else is.
Yeah.
Hole 4, it's a par 3, 453 feet. This one is it's an interesting little hyzer that you got to do off the top here, and then again, you kind of in this open field, but the basket is kind of tucked into these trees.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very, very tucked. So it's a flat hyzer, but it needs to push the whole way, and that shot is very difficult. You need a lot of power to do that. We're going to see Thomas probably execute it very well. Brian as well. I know both of them have enough power to get there. But those 2 aspen trees at the front of that green block pretty much every good shot. So you have to get lucky to go through those. Thomas actually just going up over everything.
Wow.
Because he has enough power.
Tucks that front shoulder down.
Yeah. So he's short there. Just on, not that short, but just on the edge. Oh, no. On the wrong that side of the basket.
No,
What
bad.
a shot.
As our local tree expert, are those aspens or birches?
Ooh, well, there was a birch on hole 1 for sure.
Those are probably birches. I
have
don't
a
know
look.
trees, so.
I'm guessing based on the name Birch Point
Yeah,
that they are
probably birches.
Those are Well, this closest one to us is a birch.
That's a birch,
But
too.
then those are aspens on the back.
Oh, see,
we
I
have
was
we
right.
have a mix. We got the full mix. You see that lots at park courses, they plant trees, and sometimes they're not even the native tree, so the local knowledge wouldn't even help you. They'll be
See,
planting.
so if you see what I was saying is every pretty much good shot, you're going to be behind those two trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just such a tricky placement, you know.
And that's why Thomas goes over the top, right? Because he gets to that other side, wide open putt.
See if Austin can do the
Austin
same.
looks like he
That
might
looks
be
good.
doing it here.
Challenging the trees, I think.
Yeah. Oh, see, and that's what you got to watch out. Thomas had so much spike on his, it just
Yeah.
dug in.
And you can see that you can push OB on that
Yeah.
path. So.
Yeah, it's skippy ground, like I said, on hole 1. It moves way more than at the ball golf course.
Yeah, and Thomas's walk up on his shot there, you saw him dip his front shoulder so low,
Yeah.
which guarantees that front edge of the disc is going to bite. Bryan missing from circle 2, disappointed.
And the same thing, a little, not really in.
This basket is
zone.
like a foot
I was gonna say it's
mounted
like
too high.
slightly elevated,
Tough.
but
Well, I
Tough
shouldn't
spot
say
for
too high.
Kalan
This
there.
could be a design choice that they want it that way, but
Yeah.
see if Thomas can put his in.
Only birdie on the card. Oof.
Not quite.
it's definitely challenging, right? This is not the height of a basket that you practice your stroke on, right? There's no wind here, it doesn't look like.
No. No, I don't think there was wind the whole time we actually played. Calm.
Thomas from
cleanup.
between two ferns. Or birches, I should say.
Birches, yeah.
Should start a new disc golf pod between two birches.
Not a bad idea.
So nobody here getting the birdie. Everybody had a chance, I would say, except Kalan.
Yeah. This hole is playing as the third hardest hole on the course,
Yeah.
and it only had 3 birdies.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we had Max Rogidnig, Joe Vanderveen, you saw them on the leaderboard, and Casey Hanemayer.
How did you get it, Casey?
I made a putt from about 10 feet farther than where Bryan was.
Well, there you
Okay,
go.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Tough to park.
Yeah, it is a tough hole to park it.
So if you were trying to park it, was it a low burner skip?
That's what I did.
Is that the way to?
Yeah. I
Look at all
think
these-
that is the play.
This is
Look at all these
gorgeous.
forms. You get a few very unique forms, very different, but
Very cool videography, too.
And Austin, it seems like he's leaving a lot of power on the table.
yeah.
Like he's not even turning fully there.
Yeah.
He obviously has the talent to blast a disc.
Yeah. Hole 5, it's a par 4, 464 feet. This one's a fun hole. I like
It
this
is.
hole
It's a
a
good
lot.
hole.
You got these trees right in the middle. Everything to the left of the path is OB. Drone's going to fly over here to give you a good idea of what this fairway looks like because, you know, as you come into the green here, it gets pretty challenging.
So that first piece of blacktop is safe. It's not OB, but the back one is.
And the left?
all the right and left are both OB. So the front,
Wow.
the one in the middle is safe, but everything surrounding the basket's OB.
It's a little more defined. This drone flight was before we had the boards up.
Yeah.
So as you'll see on coverage, more defined.
The Innova Rolo, the disc made for rolling. The Rolo, making rollers fun.
Oh, what's that? I'm just getting word. Yeah. No, they cannot confirm that the Rolo will go that far on every single hole.
Only for Kona's dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. So that path
That's
like
gorgeous.
is OB on the left, and Thomas threw that very good. Most people you see, they're just going to land in the middle of those trees in the center, and Thomas went about 60 feet fast.
Well,
60 feet past
he
those.
challenged the left edge and the right edge.
So Bryan's trying to do the same thing. Good shot though. In the
Checking
open.
up early.
He'll have hyzer
Yeah.
from there. Is that right?
Kind of more of a straight shot. It's pinches
Okay.
in too much. You don't really have much there.
Kind of have to land it flat.
Yeah. This is what I thought. This is more what usually happens. People kind of pull it over too much into the trees. That's going to be that might be tough. Depends how far it went into those bushes.
Probably like a forehand from that side, I would guess, but that's
Yeah.
not Kalen's go-to.
pulled this one. This got to hurry back hard. Hit the sign or whatever that is.
As you see, there's kind of a few different locations on there, some OB and a lot of challenging some trees on the right and left side. This hole makes this whole play as the hardest hole on the course.
That makes sense. A lot of OB. Yeah.
Well, it seems like you want to give it a whole bunch of height to get over obstacles, so you have fewer obstacles
That's a
to deal
good shot,
with.
though. That's a
But
good
then when you
second
give
shot.
it the height, it makes the angle control exponentially more difficult.
Tough, yeah. So Bryan actually has, like I said, just a straight shot here. Oh, and he pulled it over a bit. That's going to be leaking into the
Need some
bushes.
stability.
Good tree. That was a
good
very
catch.
good tree.
You see the volunteer there waving the flags. Thank you to all the volunteers that came out and came up to this course and volunteered. If you ever get a chance, it's well worth it. You know, it's a good way to give back to the disc golf community, and obviously needed for holes like this.
Kalan from the Pine.
Tough. Got to sit down. Got to sit. Yeah,
Oh,
good
yeah.
boards.
Take a look. Kalan thought he was out of bounds, and he's happy about it. I think.
It looks like he does not
Look
trust
how
the
far
spotter.
Thomas got up here. Ooh.
He must
this
have
is his
blasted through
drive.
those trees
Yeah,
there.
it went all the way through the trees and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
He was lucky not to go OB there, actually, it looks like. Bryan with his signature praying mantis.
Oh, he got it on line.
Yeah. Good putt.
That was brave. I have to say, probably would have been easy just to pitch that up and take the par, but
Yeah, as you can see, the Innova signs on the side. Good bid from Kalan there. Innova signs on the side. I do believe this was the Innova course, as they labeled it. Also supporting this.
There it is. Good putt.
Good putt from Austin.
Good save after the OB stroke.
a lot of distractions on this course, it looks like. But you can see from the river or lake there, not a lot of wind today.
Not an
'Cause
easy
I
putt.
noticed in the drone, you could surf on that body of water.
Yeah. It gets
day
windy in
before.
Thunder Bay. It does, but today we got lucky and
No thunder in sight.
no thunder. Bryan a little high. He'll take it though.
Thomas, lone birdie on the card. Getting another stroke on Kalan there.
That was impressive. Thomas heard us talking about his gap hitting, how he was pushing everything, letting everything go early, low, and left.
He still left that one a little early though.
He got it turned.
He did it turned still, but he still let it go a little bit left.
So if you want to throw like Thomas, there you have it. There's the example. That's his form. Just do that.
Yeah,
You'll
just
be fine.
emulate that.
Hole 6, par 3, 377 feet. We got OB on the right with the path and OB on the left with the path, and fairly defined fairway here. Challenge is just making sure you have that control on when the disc lands here close to the green.
Yeah, so most of them, Kalan and Bryan probably going backhand here, and then Thomas and Austin going forehand. But you just want to throw a forehand kind of out over the OB and then let it hyzer back in.
Man,
Hopefully
these-
Thomas can show us here. Oh,
these
he's throwing
last-
a more low shot, driving shot. Okay. And that's really good.
Wow.
Exactly what you want to do.
I say these last two holes, just imagining them in the wind that we saw in the drone,
Very hard.
oh my goodness,
Yeah.
would be carnage. Whereas
Bryan forehand too. Ooh, it flips up quite a bit though.
in these conditions, I think everyone's
back in.
attacking.
Get back in.
Oh, it's going to curl.
And
Well, he'll get the spot there, or
Yeah.
he should at least get the spot.
He
That
went
was
out of
close.
bounds quite. Oh, but it did roll back in.
It
so,
definitely touched in,
You're
yeah.
right. You're right. Yeah, from playing with Kalan, I don't think he's much of a forehand guy, so he's going to be throwing mostly backhands. And this looks very good.
Wow.
A little short. Never mind, not short.
Yeah, he's got
20-footer.
great command of his angles for such a young guy.
Yeah, Austin with the forehand as well.
now, is this Kalen's first time on coverage?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't really remember. Can't remember him saying anything to me.
Austin looking like a good spot to get his first birdie on the round.
Pester putt.
Just not quite high enough.
Yeah, he's not fully committed. He's had a couple of those where they're just a little low.
Smooth
Good controlled
again.
putt.
Very similar to the putt we saw in hole 1.
Yep. All business, the young man.
Thomas to match.
Thomas, good
Clean.
putt.
You think Thomas is slowing his putt down here for the 24s?
Definitely. You can see the difference between if you go back and watch round 1
Yeah.
to round 2. He
That did
definitely
not
does.
look like his typical
No.
pace where he's trying to damage the basket.
And Bryan, same way, right? It was like Bryan putts very, very hard,
Yeah.
direct at the basket, and he
He offers the mark,
yeah.
denied from the youngster.
Bryan slows his putt down for sure.
Austin got the mind of a competitor. He's like, no.
That
You're
is a
not marking
flippy
my
disc,
disc.
whatever Austin's throwing, or sorry,
Kalen.
Kalen's throwing.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a slower disc or if that's a fairway.
I don't know.
Great
Looks like
flight, though.
might be a mid.
The fact that it never ever broke back makes me think it was a mid.
Yeah. Anyway, good shot.
Take a look at our scoreboard through 3. Kalan holding on to that lead. Joe, though, making it back to 4 strokes there.
Solid. Next 7.
-7 through 8. That's great. Thomas Gilbert, -12. Casey, -11.
Hanging around.
Yeah. Max,
Okay.
Eric, Austin, -10. Patrick, Brian, and Andrew, -.
We're starting to see the cream rise to the top there. We see the 4 highest rated players in the field all made their way back into the top 6
Yep.
after the slow first round for you guys.
Hole 7, par 3, 348 feet. Just under 350 feet. This one should be gettable. There's not a lot to contend with. This path on the right is OB, and then obviously some challenge with the water and bushes on the left. But I think all in all, fairly straightforward shot.
Yeah, I would think this is probably one of the easier holes on the course just because it shapes up so... There's only one way you can throw this shot, and it's just a backhand hyzer. Right?
Is
So
that light post
it's not
in your mind
way.
at all?
No, it's just because you're just trying to push something out and let it fall.
Yeah, it's the sixth easiest hole on the course.
Thomas looks like he's throwing a mid here. Yeah, so this is exactly what you want right here. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'd
Just
like
like
to
that.
see somebody throw the forehand over the water.
Yeah.
Not because it's smart, just for our own intrigue.
Entertainment purposes.
Kalan here.
Matching Thomas a little higher.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Short?
Yeah, touch short. No.
No, that's beautiful.
Yeah, the really only danger on this one is if you throw it too long into those bushes because you won't have anything. There's two. I think they're cedar bushes, and they're so thick that you do not have anything if you get into them.
Seems like all the stuff early, it just seems random. Like
Yeah.
if you were to catch something 60, 70 short there.
Bro,
Oh my
see,
goodness.
so where Bryan is going into those bushes, he might not have a putt at all.
We're
Ooh,
taking
we're gonna
another
get
look
to
at
run it
that
back?
shot.
How close was it?
Well, I'll see right here.
Gonna slow it down.
replay.
Okay. That looked really cool. I was not expecting this hot of a
Good.
skip.
That's that skippy ground I talked about. Oof.
Oh,
Yeah, that was close. Just on the outside of it. Huh. 3 solid drives from everybody. Let's see if Austin can follow suit. I
That's
don't think he just doesn't seem like he's in tempo right now.
no, I got that one a little bit higher.
Oh, it's still worked though.
wow.
Worked great.
We were all flabbergasted at that one.
So he clearly doesn't want the randomness of all those lower obstacles,
go
right?
up
He's
over.
going high, and then he only has to worry about that last tree.
A little low.
Thomas really wants that one back. That's one that Thomas gets 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
have to think that's the high-mounted baskets, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's close to a normal putt.
Good putt.
Wow, that's solid.
Yeah, I think it might have been too. Is like you're putting at the water, and Thomas does putt hard, so he might have
Yeah.
been worried a little bit about that.
Kalen's been good from this
Yeah,
distance.
good putt.
He's
Very
not
clean
showing
stroke.
even a hint of nerves.
No.
But maybe he doesn't know about Joe coming for him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's feeling comfortable because he thinks Thomas is the man he's got to worry about.
Yeah. He's probably just not checking, or he's just not checking scores. He's just playing his game, right?
Yeah.
You can just tell from his body language and just, his all in all just aura that he's just dialed in right now. He's
Yep.
focused.
Yeah.
He does not. He knows he had a good first round. He just does not want to let that.
I've noticed we've talked about this before, Casey, about how you think that as you get older, maybe the nerves and things will settle down. But it seems more like you know that you don't have as much time, and when you're young, you assume that you're going to be in this position a million more times, and the nerves just, you've got nothing to fear.
Don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Hole 8, par 3, only 272 feet, but you do have this hill to contend with, and there is OB on the right-hand side, and then the water on the left. So it is a controlled shot into this green.
Yeah, you can get into those trees very easy. So everything kind of funnels down off of that hillside into those trees, and it's rare to get to the water, but I have seen it a couple times. Yeah, it's going to be hard to park this hole, but you want to get it. It's got to be one of the easier holes on the course.
Let's watch Kalan here on his drive.
That looks really good.
Did you guys see the band on this basket? Yeah. Did you see the band on this basket?
Yeah,
there?
the hot sauce.
Coming in hot, it says.
Yeah, and I mean...
Heartbeat hot sauce.
Oh, he
really?
is
That's
out of
OB.
bounds. Unfortunately, squeaking through there.
Okay, I forgot.
Wow.
So that I didn't realize that they didn't have that up in the tournament or in the practice round.
Oh, there you go.
So I forgot that is OB.
That is unlucky.
So Bryan, good correction, left it up top.
And
Yes.
he's close. He's got a putt there.
Yeah, Kalan got brutal luck there, just blasting through the boards.
Yeah, on that coming in hot, we do have some bonus coverage from this Nationals as Park Pro crew here. Matt and I took on Casey and Max.
Oh, see, and then Austin got lucky and stayed in.
He stayed in. But yeah, Austin and Casey and Max took on Matt and I. So that's a little bit of a bonus coverage that we'll have coming out in the next month or two. So
Loser
keep an eye out
eats
for
a
that.
hot chip or what?
No, we had to eat ghost pepper hot sauce. It was
Hot.
Hey, no
ridiculous.
spoilers. We don't know who ate what.
Oh, Thomas, see. So he's like, Thomas throws it a little hard there. Oh, see, okay, so it is an OB. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They're all inbounds.
yeah. I knew the wall was there, but I didn't think it was OB.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
He got the OB flag, and like there's some discussion. Obviously,
Yeah.
Okay, that's good because you hate to see this as a player, and I
Yeah.
think as a tournament director, you want to avoid
Yeah.
situations where it's random like that,
Yeah.
where some folks get saved and
Exactly.
some folks don't.
Yeah.
you saw Kalan with a little fist bump as we watched Austin just squeezing one out there.
He reminds me of AB, of Anthony Barella in a lot of ways.
Inside the trees. Oh,
Oh,
flash it out as well.
Near you, Bryan. I'm like 10, 15. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Brian, a little bit long here. His height control on the hill was perfect.
Yeah, good putt.
Great putt.
And that's the result of just a great drive.
Yeah. Yeah. Bryan played it nice and wide up high, let it funnel down and just slide it down on the hill. It's good. And Kalan, the best shot of them all, and we thought it was OB, but he got what he deserved and got the birdie.
Great shot. It's a good hole. Height control seemed to be the key there. Hey, you swing it wide, and as long as you don't leave it low or put it high,
Yeah.
it should funnel right down.
Yeah. Bryan had the good speed here and everything. Throw a flippy disc and just let it hover up top and slow it down.
To see his unique under the arm form.
Yeah.
Well, not totally unique to him. There's a few that do
No.
it. Shouldn't say that.
Unique to Canada, though.
Yeah,
He's the only Canadian to have to do it.
less common.
I'm sure there are a few other Canadians that do it, but not that naked on coverage, that's for sure. That's true. Hole 9, it's a par 4, 486 feet. This is also, I really like this hole as well. You have to kind of put it on the left-hand side here. That's the fairway. You can challenge over top of the pond and the foliage on the right-hand side and get it up over top. But it's hard.
Yeah, to park this hole, guys try to go flex over top. And the safest play is to throw it down where the drone flew right there. Because there's no OB. Actually, yes, there is. In the middle of that pond, there is. In the middle of those trees, there's a water. But the guys who have...
Oh my god.
Okay, you pulled that a bit.
Not
Okay.
happy.
But
Oh, man.
most of the time, if you throw down that side, you're going to get a 3. The safest for me is to challenge the OB and throw a hyzer up over top.
But if you're going for the birdie, you're trying to split that.
You have to do
that
a
gap with the flex.
Flex through the middle of the trees. Yeah. Or the other play, like Bryan just did, is trying to force something over way onto the left side, and then you have an easy approach shot.
See Austin.
Austin, that's what he's trying to do. He's throwing
Okay.
a flex play.
This looks pretty good. Maybe gonna stall out a little early.
Yeah.
Watch there. It's on the
Is it
back
safe?
side.
Okay.
There is a path over there.
It's safe. So that path is all OB, but he's safe.
Nice job.
Really nice shot. So I would assume Thomas is going to be doing the same thing. Or just straight
Thomas
hyzer.
could go long if he throws that flex.
Yeah, he's just going straight hyzer.
Is this a play to park it, I would think?
For him, it is, yeah. Yeah, that looks really good. You got it to flip up.
Okay,
little
so he's short.
Yeah.
That seems like a smart play, though, if you have that much power on the hyzer, because
Yeah.
you can have some kind of look, but you're not really...
Especially when there's no wind, right?
Yeah.
Just to throw that hyzer up over top. Because if you're trying to go down this gap, you can get caught up where Kalan is right now.
This looks really treacherous.
This is
could get
dangerous,
bad.
man. He's playing... As soon as he goes to this forehand, you're flirting with all the OB there. Oh, and he got out. Actually, a
Wow.
really good shot.
That's well done.
Got to sit.
So,
That's
I
a
mean, he
really
probably
good
could have
shot
just
from there.
pitched out to the side and taken on none of that risk and still had the same result.
Yeah, yeah.
But he was probably still hunting the 3 there with that
Definitely,
play,
I would
guess.
say so. Yeah, yeah. So as you see how open it is, even with Bryan's kind of like forced over forehand, you have so much room on that left side.
A little too much action on the skip there.
Yeah,
And does he'll have an interesting putt though, because it does fall off.
yeah. Off the back, that's
Yeah.
true.
Kalan does have a look.
Little floater. Oof, good go. Yeah. Right idea with that putt though. Don't want to force it too much and go into those bushes at the back. Thomas knew
He
right
hates
away
it.
out of his hand.
Well, he's still looking at a birdie.
Austin for the 2.
Oh, he was not inbound by a lot. Get it, Austin.
Another one that just hasn't fallen for him. He's had a couple of those just off.
Easy
a bit.
to do going up the hill to pull it.
Bryan with a little tester here.
Big
Clean up.
breath. Got 3 discs in the hand.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the
That's
the
the
basket.
24s.
Those are chains.
Yeah.
And the hyzer.
Hyzer putt, yeah. It came in on a lot of angle. Here's Thomas in the
from
bushes again.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a hard.
that was
putt.
weird.
Cue the Homer Simpson meme here. Hey.
Well, that was off like the back nubs.
Oh,
Wow.
Look
Wow.
at that.
Bad luck.
Basket unkind.
Yeah.
He's gonna want those strokes, I think, by the end of this.
These are beautiful shots, by the way. Park Pro. Shout out to you, Park Pro. Maybe this is my moment to just say thank you. I'm just so pumped to have a Canadian tour, to have coverage of Canadian disc golf. You guys are pioneers. Can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
It makes it so exciting as a player to
play on
have
coverage, man.
events with coverage and
Yeah.
to be a part of a unified tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we appreciate all of you guys for making this play as good as it is. As we just watched Austin with this great drive, resulting in didn't get the eagle, but he got the birdie, and obviously to record all this amazing talent that you see on screen here with Kalan still on the leaderboard, -19, Joe -15, Eric, Casey -13, Max and Thomas -12, and then Bryan, Andrew, Austin at -11. So.
Yeah. Yeah, the lead card not really keeping up, but we'll
It's good to
if they
see
can keep it
Kalan
going.
playing solid still, because
Yeah.
you always worry when you see a young face have their coming out party like he obviously did in round 1. You want to see him back it up, and he doesn't need to be as hot as he was in the first round. This is what you want to see. Just cruise,
Solid golf.
maintain the lead.
Yeah.
Joe Vanderveen 9 under through 11. He's obviously making up ground, but that's not. Kalan just has to keep playing his game.
Catch us on Back Nine.
Night.
Coming right at you.
Peace.